I had 98 today.
What, 98 degrees?
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't guess they got that out today.
It didn't stay there long.
So the temperature was definitely over 100.
Oh, like, oh yeah. It don't take long for it to sweat.
I'm just hoping when the humidity goes away, a lot of my problems will go away.
Because anything metal-wise, you touch the tap thing, you better have gloves.
That's sort of like going to the east side of a building in Arizona in the morning. Touch that hand. My little son Jeff told me that before when he was working at some of the sites in Arizona. That gets hot out there in the morning. Handle on one of those shelters.
Anywhere right now, well, even Diane saying Massachusetts, she's but I think she told me they got almost 8 inches. Because the hurricane went like this and came back right back on top of the weekend. And she said it took a day to pick up all the winds up the
I don't think I'm going to start coughing, but if I do, you can't take over because this is your case tonight. But one of you, the other two gentlemen, may have to take over. I'm gonna wait another minute. Then open. Yes.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
He can't participate in the actual case. Charles can participate in everything else.
Okay.
You can choose to stay right there if you want.
Me?
So, yes.
Okay.
It's up to you, brother.
It don't bother me. You going to conference? I didn't know if you were. No, I don't know.
That's cool.
I think it's going on.
Okay. You want to go on?
Man,
Now let this get that thing something good.
We'll go ahead and do it.
Yes, sir.
Opening the August the 17th, August, that's wrong. Today's not the 17th,
like that.
25th, meeting of the King William County Wetlands Board to order. And the first order of business is to make a statement so it is recorded. I see only a person representing the person who wants the exception or the permits and that. I assume that there was no one else here last Tuesday night. It was officially in the newspapers for last week. So I would assume that that is the legality of the fact that it was advertised as required by law. Do you two ladies agree? Okay, required by law. All right. The roll call. I'm just gonna call names. What do you think? You go back there. I've got William Barber.
Here.
I got Brian Johnson.
Here.
Charles Pearson.
Here.
Charles Shaver here. All right. Process is, there is, unless you have, does anybody have any comments?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Like, but, all right. We had our minutes from the last meeting, December of 2019. I guess that you read those really careful, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Since you all know that Mr. Johnson could not participate in that case because it was he and his family that case was for and everything. How you doing with it?
I think we're good.
Very
Done.
good.
Yes, sir.
Very, very good. Looking at over the minutes,
I'll make a motion to approve.
Mr. Barber,
Second.
okay?
Oh, right.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the minutes of that meeting are approved and go into the, okay. Now we're into the public hearing part of it, but I've not opened the public hearing yet. Okay? We've got all of you received the packet, I'm sure, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. We've got that. So, Mr. Pearson, I'm gonna act like you're out there, but you stay there where you are. Process is, who's gonna present this case, you or Carla?
Call.
Carla? And I think I don't have a last name. I'm gonna, okay, well, let me think about it. Staff, you present your part first, then I'll open the public hearing.
I'll just give you a rundown of what Mr. proposing to do, and then Carla Hayden, this is representative, and we also have, Tiffany Bird with, VMRC online, speak on the project as well. So, Pottertown, Incorporated, which, we're part of, they're proposing to, 10,562, for concrete boat ramp, with 43 feet, of stone with ramp to support, the edges of the ramp with the upland vegetative wetlands, located at 9602 Mount Olive Public Road, and this is on the Kentucky River. We have gone out there, we have some pictures, if you'd like to see the pictures, we could pull them up on the PowerPoint and look at.
I'd like to do that.
Okay. And this is color. That's the next slide. And then this is, an aerial that shows the zoning, everything in that area is zoned AC. And this is the GIS view, just to kind of give you a view of the property itself, and where it is in relation to the water. And there's some pictures. This is where they're proposing to put the ramp on that side. As you can see, he does have, some areas that have washed out, which is why he's wanting to put the riprap up there. Kind of see it there as well. And, I believe the white, stakes over there, that is, where the ramp itself is gonna go, right, Pearson?
And the one out by the pole is how far the ramp's going out.
It's just giving you views up and down each side of the river.
See the white pole way out there? That's the end of the ramp.
Oh.
The area, that's access to it there.
Got it. You're gonna tell her, from what I read, excuse me, Joan, let me ask a question and then I'll turn it over to you all. What I read, it appears that no vegetation is gonna be destroyed. This will all be made safer.
There'll be no clearing or grading required to do this project. Some of the riprap may be on some of the marsh ground, but if it is very limited.
It's gonna be there. Okay. In other words, I call that zero encroachment or whatever you wanna call it. Questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So we can turn it over.
I guess somewhat quasi we're opening the public hearing. So,
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. I'm Carla Havens with Mid-Atlantic Resource Consulting, 1095 Cherry Row Lane, Plainview, 23156. As you said, the intent is for it to have no vegetated wetlands impacted. There's that kind of escarpment, and the whole idea is just to push stone up against it to keep it from eroding further. And Sherry, you've done a great job of describing the boat ramp and what's proposed, and that's pretty much it.
who's gonna be doing the work? Carla, is that you? Question was before you go. Any
I
questions?
believe, I've not seen a signed contract, but I believe the gentleman is going to be Jason Johnson. And I spoke with him about the design, and that's how we came up with what we came up with. But I can't say that's written in stone, but Jason and I had spoken that he was going to be doing the work.
Did he give you any kind of idea how long it would take? to do it?
No, that's,
Totally.
I-
So out of your,
I'm paperwork,
you
he's,
don't have a dog in that race.
that's right.
Well, first thing I had to, we talked about this way the pier is this way, we would take the piling out and make that pier one run straight at her instead of running a big angle.
Okay.
And a couple of poles are bad, so I had to get the pier done first. But I was doing it all in one shot deal, that way I don't have to come back, do everything twice.
Stay where you are. Act like you're there, but I'm gonna ask questions of Mr. Pearson. Johnson,
I don't have any questions, but it looks like a good project to me.
agreed. Pretty straightforward. If you had to take a wild guess, a year, 2 years to do this?
I hope less than a year.
Okay.
Because as soon as I can get it lined up, and well, my biggest thing is getting, I don't know what Joe's last name is.
Joe Folis.
Oh, yeah.
And if it helps to know, we already have the Corps of Engineers permit, and I'm not faulting them. I'm just saying oftentimes the Corps permit is the last one to be approved, but we already have Corps approval. So, and after this evening's Wetlands Board meeting, I think Tiffany's probably going to issue, because I think she's already sent out the public notice. So, cross your fingers. You should be authorized to do the work, I would think, within a few weeks.
Okay.
And what, 10 days after this meeting, when you receive the actual 100% authorization?
Well, the appeals period is over in 10 days, and then I don't know, do you send the permit to me or to Mr. Pierce? Okay, great,
And I'll arrive at the courthouse here to sign this letter.
fabulous.
So that's part of my process that I have to do. All right? Well, we've got her here. Any questions for her?
Yes, sir.
Even though he's sitting right next to you. Any questions from Mr. Pearson? All right. Thank you, Carl. Yes, public hearing is closed.
Well, we do have, first with the MRC on.
Oh, okay. I forgot. I don't see somebody.
Yeah, so I don't know if she has any comments or if she'd like to speak.
Hey Siri.
Hi,
Oh, hey, can you hear me?
you can.
Oh, okay. It wasn't letting me unmute myself. Sorry. My name is Tiffany Burge, for the record, VMRC Habitat Management from 3448 McDonald Road, Virginia Beach, Virginia. I just wanted to jump in and follow up with what Carla said. We have submitted the draft for the public notice, but as far as I know, to my knowledge, it has not been paid for yet. So today I looked on the public notice website and it was not, has not been ran. So with that said, that would be the only thing that would be the hang up here. after the 10 days for the wetland board appeal period. If we can get that public notice out, that's a 15-day thing. So the sooner we can get that out, the quicker I can flip that permit for you. But that's the only thing. I just want to make it clear that no work should begin in the subaqueous part of it or on the pier until that authorization is complete.
If I add those two together, it sounds like 30 days from now could get started.
Well, if the public notice is paid for and ran at the beginning of next week, you're only looking at about, 5 to 6 days after the 10-day appeal period for that notice comment period to be expired.
Yeah.
And then, of course, provided there are no protests or objections to that public notice, I'll be able to draft that permit for approval from our division head at that point.
Any questions of anybody? Johnson?
No, sir.
No, sir. Harper? Then I have none. All right. What's your thoughts? Discussion.
I don't have any discussion. I'd like, which stage do we make a motion to move forward and approve?
And time. Normally we put a time of a year or two. Tell me what you
So
believe.
you're ready for a motion?
Yeah.
I would say I'd like to make a motion to approve this project, and I guess I'd like it to be done within 24 months.
24 months.
That's fine.
Okay.
Second.
Barbara?
I'll second.
Motion been made and properly seconded. Any further discussion? All approved, aye.
Aye.
And that's aye for me also. Okay? Just approved. And now the next thing will be the letter that one of you is going to prepare. You've got my number. Call me and I will come to the courthouse and sign that document so that it gets to Mr. Pearson. I've got a few appointments now having to do with pulmonary and other people, but I think I'm making it. I'm still living. PWI doesn't have me yet. All right. Hey, all I have to do is just go down the street. He's laying there nice and comfortable. Isn't he? That's where it was when I went to the funeral. Moving right along. All right. Organizational meeting. Right now, you're the vice chair. We're going to have organizational meeting. Did you get the dates that we're talking about in our packet for next year? January 11th and 12th.
That is Tuesday, January 11th, or Wednesday, January 12th.
Aha,
At that meeting, we should have election of officer
right.
and do a review of the bylaws, which I have not been able to get my hands on.
Bylaws, if there were any, and setting it up. The zoning board, which Mr. Pearsall's father and I were on that original zoning board. That was in like July of '77, I think.
It's been a while.
And we
Yeah.
may need to update this bylaw.
To do that. Our meetings were on Wednesdays. So I will share with you so that it never conflicts. The January the 11th definitely would not make it for you or me. That's a working night.
Right. Well, we discussed this the other day. We came out with Wednesday the 19th, what I wrote down. Is that what you have in your minutes?
I don't have it.
Because we marked out the 12th for some reason. I don't know why. Robbie, you had a conflict or something?
Something was going on. I don't know. My phone's dead right now, so I can't see what my conflict was.
Why don't we assume that you had one?
I got it marked out on my paper. That's why, and I got it written down here Wednesday the 19th. That's what we discussed the other day.
And we have plenty of time, if
Yeah.
something happens between now and then, that we can change it, but we can tentatively set it for the 19th if you don't want to. And another thing came up about the time. Looking back, it looks like y'all have been
I don't know. It's so sparse when we meet, I can't remember.
I don't
I know.
either. I know every.
I got so many years of zoning board in my memory, and those were always at 7.
All the other meetings at 7, so it's easier to stay at 7, my personal opinion. That way it ain't a conflict.
At 7 PM.
To me, it's easier that way, all of, I go to the second.
7 PM, and we'll call it Wetlands Board.
Just curious if, I mean, I'm fine with 7, but does like a 5:30 or something save you a night out, or if you happen to work for all of us? I mean, I don't know, I just asked.
Whatever works best for y'all, I'm flexible, so
Where are you traveling from?
I'm fine with it.
Oh, okay.
She's the shortest distance.
If 7's fine, then.
You walked it.
I don't know. Might get run over out on that road.
Yeah, I got my bike off the road when a good friend of Charles, Gene Clements Senior, said, boy, you gotta get off the road, people get hit. But Charlie's been off the road for a couple of 3 years. Moving right along, I've got this down for Wednesday, January the 19th, at 7 PM, Wetlands Board organizational meeting. Be thinking that if any of you would like to be the chairperson, do we need another member?
We should have another member. I did search to see if we have any applications. And we're going to do that, so I'm hoping that we can get some of them.
Is it a certain district or anything they gotta come from? Just need anywhere in King William County?
And, so I guess this one has not one. I have not been able to contact her.
And Mr. and Ryan Fletcher is not.
And,
I said something to somebody the other day. I called an idiot about it because I thought it had to come from the board of supervisors. 'Cause that's a long time ago now. I got it, but anyway, I'll know something back from that guy. Somebody that would probably be
if you know somebody, they can put an application in on
Yeah.
the county administrator's office.
yeah.
She in turn will give those applications to the board of supervisors. And they will appoint somebody.
Yeah, I said something to somebody over the weekend, just out of curiosity to see if they'd be interested, but I don't know yet.
We lost some good knowledge with Ms. Barnett and with Ryan. I'm probably, of the 4 of us that are sitting here, least qualified because of the type of work and things that you do, what you do, and what you do with your thing. In other words, yeah, I'm a business person and I sell two-way radio systems. The rest of you involve stuff that is like this. So I'm lesser, but those two, that was a big loss, losing them. All right.
Has Ryan officially said he does not want to do it? No, he has not, or
Now, I'm going to send a letter out if Chris is on it.
I can call him. I got his number on my phone.
And when you're talking to him, Charlie says, please.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good one.
No, yeah,
Remind you, it's not a, it's not a board that meets every month.
Correct.
We meet as needed, so.
he should know all that, because I mean, he was in your position, I guess, in here with us when I first started.
He's very, very qualified.
I'll try to reach out and just check with him.
Yeah, I thought I had his number, but I didn't have it.
I appreciate that.
And we did have an alternate as well, which is obscure, but he's right up there now. He's not an alternate anymore.
Let me tell you a little secret about Charles Pearson. You can always depend on Charles.
Always here.
He's always here. Just ask. Sir, thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
All right? Tell me what else needs to happen besides maybe adjournment.
Unless y'all have anything else.
You said something about 2 other applications. They kind of
They have not,
appeared up yet.
no, haven't heard back from them yet.
Okay. I know you when we was in the office, you were telling me it was possible 3 counting me.
Yeah.
And so I was just curious what was.
And it won't be September and probably won't be on first. So unless they wanna, take it in the fall, but that's not reasonable.
Okay.
Get, do a little call around before you set a meeting and sort of kind of survey the people, because I will share with you. Yes, it was important that I was at the meeting last Tuesday night, because now I have 3 jobs and used to only have 1 involved with the fish fry. So I needed to be there, but when I understood you had a thing, I had no idea that it was going to be a meeting. Give a little heads up call, and sometimes you do a walkthrough. No one else did a walkthrough on Mr. Pearson's property, did they?
I didn't make it myself, but, our inspector, environmental inspector, Andy Lewis went out there for me and the pictures.
Okay. I've always prided myself that I've walked the properties. And will continue to do so as long as I'm able. So give us a heads up, at least invite. None of us might show. And if more than 2 of us show, somebody has to disappear. I've had that happen before. Because got 3, that's 1. All right. Anything else? Motion?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Okay. Thank you for your time. Not before, we'll see you on January the 19th.